Hey, it's Josh with the Peanut Gallery, coming to you with our first TV series video review ever. Alien Earth is an ambitious, engrossing, and at times groundbreaking addition to the iconic franchise. Fargo creator Noah Hawley takes fearless swings in a sci-fi horror endeavor that hits more than it misses. The result is a likely divisive project that will spark plenty of discussion among viewers, if nothing else. The prequel series is set in 2120, 2 years before the original movie. It centers on a deep space exploration vessel that crashes on Earth, triggering a chaotic chain of events that will forever change the course of humanity. The show revolves around 3 different types of non-human beings. The first is a cyborg, which is essentially an augmented human. One of the main characters, Moro, is a human with some serious robotic enhancements. The second is a synth, or synthetic, which we have seen throughout the Alien franchise in characters like Ash and Bishop. It is a man-made, high-functioning, artificially intelligent entity. Kirsch, flawlessly played by Timothy Olyphant, is our resident synth in Alien Earth. The newest additions to the humanoid smorgasbord are hybrids, and they are the main focus of the season. A hybrid is created by taking a human consciousness and putting it inside a synthetic, basically crossing humans with AI. The group of hybrids that doubles as Peter Pan's The Lost Boys on steroids is led by Sydney Chandler's Wendy, because what other name would she have? There is plenty to like in Alien Earth, much of it coming in the back half of the 8-episode run. The production value is through the roof, with a budget reportedly over $250 million. Behind-the-scenes videos really shine a light on the attention to detail that went into bringing these monstrous creatures to life. The prosthetics, makeup, puppeteering, and costumes are all exceptional. Everything looks, moves, and sounds like pure Alien. You have to imagine that even the notoriously hard-to-please Ridley Scott was smiling when he saw this. Or at least smirking? Maybe a nod of approval? Something? Ridley? Yes, the legendary xenomorph is featured prominently. Viewers are treated to a healthy serving of acidic blood-fueled carnage as the Xeno bites, tears, and impales its way through a slew of victims. These scenes are thrilling and rewind-worthy to the utmost degree. Your boy is guilty of doing that. A lot. But the whip-tailed terror is only the tip of the iceberg. Hawley introduces an array of new creatures to the fold. The lethal ecosystem is the true star of the show. The primary source of insidious scene stealing is the Ocellus, an eyeball critter with protruding tentacles and a nasty method of invading its host. This beast is a force to be reckoned with. The creature design is spectacular. Equal parts slimy, scary, and sinister, Ocellus is easily the most memorable newcomer in the mix. The writing is solid for the most part, and features some thought-provoking philosophical conversations. These are primarily led by the genius young creator of the hybrids, fittingly known as Boy Cavalier, adeptly portrayed by Samuel Blanken. The brilliant yet arrogant leader of Prodigy Corporation is an intriguing character, albeit a bit one-dimensional. Another highlight is the relationship between Chandler's Wendy and her still human brother, Herman. The two have a shifting dynamic that makes for compelling viewing, as matters both within and outside their control reshape their relationship. Episode 5 serves as a standalone movie, and is undoubtedly the highlight of the entire series. A prequel within a prequel, this hour-long nightmare for the characters is a dream for fans of the franchise. Hawley pays admirable homage to the cinematic giants that came before it, while also offering much of his own pen prowess. This is no-nonsense, edge-of-your-seat, fully immersive sci-fi television at its best. Aesthetically, like Romulus, the atmosphere and set designs resemble that of Scott's original Alien. The 3 standout performances belong to Babu Ceesay, Sydney Chandler, and Timothy Olyphant. Ceesay may be a familiar face, especially to fans, like myself, of AMC's hidden martial arts gem Into the Badlands, who will recognize him as the formidable antagonist Pilgrim. Here, as a cyborg Moro, he again plays a villain with admirable gusto. The underrated actor brings something extra to the table, and you'll want your eyes glued to the screen anytime he appears. Chandler captures the childlike wonder of her character's consciousness as she is forced into accelerated maturity in order to face the many dangers ahead. The up-and-comer gives a facial expression acting masterclass, as her young mind is often at odds with a superpowered body. Olyphant brings a quiet, calculated precision to Kirsch in a way that only the seasoned actor could. The writing does get a bit silly at times, mainly when it comes to Prodigy's Lost Boys. It's important to note that these hybrids have the minds of human children. Despite their young adult appearance and superhuman abilities, these are just kids on the inside. Understandably, some of their conversations reflect their age. The problem is that the attempts at humor are usually too stupid for their own good. They detract from the main narrative and are filler at best. I get what Hawley is going for, but the comedic relief is misplaced. The other issue is pacing. While the back half of episodes is stronger, it also feels like we are on a lightning-fast roller coaster. The tension and world building in the first half, while effective to an extent, moves too slow, This causes things to move too quickly later on to make up time. A steadier tempo would have allowed the audience to soak up more of the atmosphere and better appreciate the whole ride. The finale leaves the door open for plenty more story to tell. I could see this continuing for another season, maybe even 2. And if Hawley maintains or even improves upon the quality set in this maiden voyage, then why the hell not? Going forward, I'd like to see a heavier focus on the aliens, particularly the new species. The spotlight has been primarily dedicated to the hybrid characters so far, so it'd be nice to see more screen time reserved for the more colorful creations Alien Earth has to offer. I am also excited to see more of Yutani and her clash with Boy Cavalier. Additionally, I hope the show continues to explore the extent of Wendy's seemingly limitless abilities and the nature of her connection to the Xenomorphs. Lastly, it will be even more interesting to see if the series ties into any future cinematic undertakings for the franchise. Alien Earth is definitely going to piss off a lot of people. Source material purists will likely be frustrated by Noah Hawley's creative liberties, but there will be others, like myself, who really appreciate what he has done here. The guy went for it, and he delivered. This is something different while still maintaining the DNA of Ridley Scott's original. Sure, there are a few hiccups, but this is a great sci-fi horror series from both a technical and narrative standpoint. Let's hope this is just the beginning. I'm giving this a really good 8 out of 10. See you on the next review.